Good morning. It's April the 12th, and this is return of winter week here on Walking in Regina. It's currently -7, the wind chill of -15, so that's Celsius, of course. It's not quite as bad as it would be in Fahrenheit, so I'm back in my winter coat for this walk. Oh, crap. And I'm going to have to go back inside because I forgot my computer. So hang on for just a second. There I am, probably slightly out of focus. It's not the first time I've done that. I get so focused on getting ready to go out that I forget I'm also taking my computer with me. This will be fun with the cord and everything. Let's see here. There we go. Now we're ready to go. Except I have to lock the door again. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm back in my winter coat because it's -7 with a -15 wind chill. And after that dramatic bit of camera work, tomorrow we're getting a blizzard. We're on the fringe of it too. We're only going to get so tomorrow I may be walking in a blizzard. We'll see what it looks like. Or I may not be walking at all, another possibility. There's actually a little bit of light snow coming down right now if you look close. Very close. Like one flake every 10 feet or something like that. Anyway, going downtown today because I have to go to the drugstore, which is where I'm going to go first. So I'm going to walk to the Cornwall Centre and end part 1 there and pick up part 2 later after lunch and after I've run by another place for the walk home. So that's the plan. I thought about just wearing my leather jacket, but I really would have been chilly, so I went back to the full meal deal, parka-wise. I was doing editing on Spring this morning, the magazine of emerging writers here in Saskatchewan that is put up by the Saskatchewan Writers Guild periodically. And I'm the managing editor and prose editor this time around, so there's been quite a bit of work to do on that. And then there was some publishing stuff, working on page proofs for... Well, I sent out one page proof last night for Thickwood, which is my one of my 2 new novels I'm publishing by other authors this fall. And I'm working on the page proof for The Emir's Falcon, which is the other one. And I think I'm still not quite ready to open up to more original work. I still got to see how this is all going to play out a little bit. So I guess that's my fall list. Those 2 novels and Shapers of Worlds Volume 3, my anthology of science fiction and fantasy by authors who were guests on my podcast, The World Shapers, www.theworldshapers.com. That's what the Kickstarter last month was all about. So those 3 new ones, I might have one of my own. I have a middle grade book that has not found a home, so I might publish it through Shadowpaw Press. Then I've got all the Shadowpaw Press reprise stuff coming, but that's a little different. That doesn't get the same. I'm not trying to get that as widely distributed. That's all print on demand and ebook, just to keep it in the marketplace and hopefully sell some copies for the authors and for me. Amazon's causing me problems on one. Oh, we don't believe you. Do you really have the rights for this? So I sent them signed contracts, all of which say the name of the book on the first page. And then I got an email back that said, the documentation you sent doesn't say the name of the book. It's right there on the first page of both of those contracts. So I screenshotted that and sent it all back again. So hopefully that gets it through their heads, whoever they are. at Amazon that looks after these things. I won't be crossing at this light, it doesn't look like. Saskatchewan always does this to us. You think winter is over, getting all this nice spring weather, and then you get a blast from the past, one might say. And it's not just us. I mean, this is a huge storm all across the northern states, northern plains. Storm of the century, or at least worst blizzard in decades. Historic blizzard. We're using terms like that. Again, we're not going to get the worst of it. But it does look like it'll be fairly substantial here. So probably I'll be out walking in the snow tomorrow. Well, like I said, I am walking in the snow right now, but it's very, very light. I have an optometrist's appointment tomorrow. Just a regular checkup. And also, I want to get a proper prescription for reading glasses. So I have a really nice pair of reading glasses because I use them all the time on the computer. But I just use ones I bought at the drugstore. So. I think my current contacts, I think the prescription's fine, but I think they need a good cleaning. It's kind of what I feel. That person just about ran over me. Get that license plate. And had the gall to frown at me. Stupid woman. That made me mad. And you were witness to it, so lucky you. That look on her face, that smug look of, what are you doing and walking? How dare you walk when I'm trying to drive? Even though it was a green light in my direction. That was what was infuriating. Anyway, we'll zigzag down here towards Cornwall Centre. I don't know what I caught on the camera. I wish I'd pointed the camera right at her. There are hazards to walking, even in a city without much traffic. Been a few times it's gotten a little dicier with drivers than I would like. That's an interesting entrance to that second layout back there. Let's walk down this way. I've never walked between these buildings before. Looks like I can, so let's do that. bring us out to a parking lot, of course, and then the alley, but still. At least it's different from my usual path. And stick to the alley. Yeah, that's boring. Let's go back to the road. Mirrors headquarters. Mirrors. I don't know what that is and why that's their headquarters. Closed. Whatever they are, they're closed. Riplingers over there is an art gallery and gift shop. Apartment buildings here on both sides. First Baptist Place on the other side. I presume more than just Baptists can stay there, live there. Yeah, my mic quit. So again, I believe it has to have something to do with the cold. It's just been working fine in the warmer weather, but here we are a few degrees colder and it just disconnected. So it's interesting. Okay, so we're just back to the phone mic, which will pick up an awful lot of wind noise. Sorry about that. I'll plug it in again for the walk home. We'll see if it stays in for that one. I could have just unplugged it and plugged it in again, but I know from experience that it just disconnects again. My hands are getting quite cold. At least this guy's waiting for me. This is the former YMCA. I used to go to the gym. They did not survive. I think having unplugged the microphone now, I'm getting a somewhat wobbly gimbal. If I adjust it a little bit. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back on again. So it'll turn sideways here. There we go. Let's see if that smooths it out. For some reason it looked jerky to me. So far this has been a annoying walk between the microphone quitting, the gimbal seems to be jerky. It still does. And almost getting run over by that stupid woman back there, so. I'm having a good time. Hope you are too. What's causing that jerkiness on the gimbal? It must be out of balance. I can try one more time here. If I turn it off. Is it off? It's off. Let's see if it seems balanced or not. Definitely out of balance. Probably got a lot to do with it there. Okay, that'll be better. So again, it may turn sideways here. Okay, let's try that. That was the problem. It doesn't look as jerky as it did. You have to balance it by hand when you first attach it. It's kind of the way it works. Boy, my hands are cold despite the gloves. I'm such a wimp after all that warm weather. City Hall over here. On the other side there is Canada Revenue, the tax man. Nobody coming down this one way, so I'll cross. It's gray and grim looking, which is exactly what you want in a tax building, I think. This way, just to be different. This will take us down. This is Knox Metropolitan United Church on our right. An extension to the original building, a bit more modern. The downtown's over there coming into view. Victoria Park directly ahead of us. Side of the church. This is the Masonic Hall over here. It used to be a bigger thing than it is because every town has one of these old Masonic halls or lodges, and they're usually quite large structures. I don't know how many Masons are left. I actually wrote a book called Becoming a Mesa, but it had nothing to do with Masonic lodges. It was actually about becoming a bricklayer. That's a few years ago. One of my educational books I used to write, though I haven't written one for quite a while. There's the front of it. Then you get the public library. After going to the bay, I need a watch battery. And while they're doing that, I'll go get my pills, pick up my pills, and then head down to the hotel for lunch. But I'll stop recording once I get inside. So this is the main branch at the library. And also home of the Dunlop Art Gallery is in there as well. Bit of an older building in there. The stonework you might be able to see. Children's department's in the bottom, and there's also a film theater where they show old, well, not necessarily old, but non-commercial films mostly, I guess, you know, foreign films and things like that. Well, since I'm going to the bay, I guess I'll go over here and go up Cornwall. Not too long before the farmer's market is back here in the city center plaza here. Artwork of a sort. And those standing up things there, what I call lightsabers. I walked down here in the evening not too long ago, and you can see what they look like lit up at night. So go back and find that one. So we'll go up this little bit of a street. to be a music store in that building. This was the building I had in mind when I wrote my play, The Music Shop. So it was in a building like that. That's just an arcade over there. And then coming up on our left will be Royal Canadian Legion number 1. Which I guess it was the first Legion Hall after the Second World War. I don't know. But it's definitely number 1. First you get this little building. I don't know what this is. Oh! Didn't expect to drop. This is Studio on it. This is the Legion. And the building coming up used to be the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. You can always tell by that sort of white terracotta look. There was a restaurant in it. So there's a restaurant in it too, apparently. It's probably an old bank building over there, I don't remember. So it used to be the Legion Lounge down there, and now it's apparently an Italian cafe. So there's the bay across the street. That's where I'm headed. So I will stop. Fortunately, I survived despite almost getting run over. And I'll probably pick this up later unless I just decide to walk home without going live. But at the moment, my plan is to pick it up in a few hours. So see you then. Bye for now.